let's talk meal planning, grocery shopping, all of the things. I love grocery shopping, guys. I love meal planning. I love making my grocery list, and that's exactly what we're gonna do in today's video. I'm literally gonna walk you through the process that I do every single week. And guys, my meal planning is like clockwork. Like it is on point, and I'm gonna spill it all to you guys today. Now, if you guys know me at all, you know I don't follow food rules. I could literally meal plan whatever I want. I don't follow diets or any specific plans like that. I could literally eat cake every day if I wanted to, but I don't want to. That is all what I teach about intuitive eating and really learning how to listen to your body. And I literally take all of that information and apply it to my grocery list. I'm excited to kind of dig into that side of things because I get asked a lot, how does meal planning work with intuitive eating? I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it today. Get excited for that. The first step that I do is actually take a look at what I already have. So I'm gonna go do that real quick, and then we'll sit down and get into it. Okay, so there's really 5 steps that I'm gonna walk you through, and step number 1 was what I just did. So kind of taking inventory of what I already have and what I need. And I do that for a couple reasons, because A, I want to know what are we out of, what do I need to restock on, but also it starts to allow me to start to think through some of the meals that I'm gonna plan for next week, because I don't like food waste. I like budgeting when I can. If there's things that I can just get a little creative with that I already have to base my meal plan off of, I like to do that. So then step number 2, I did that. So now I shop at Aldi mostly. So I'm actually going to pull up their weekly ad right now, and it's right like at the top because I do it every week. I look at their ad and I'm gonna see what's on sale. Like I said, I am very budget conscious to a point. Plus that also means like things like I'm seeing right now, asparagus, strawberries, those are things that are gonna be in season. Not only are they gonna be affordable, but they're also gonna be much more flavorful because strawberries are in season right now. It's spring. Let's see, strawberries, asparagus, raspberries are on $1.69. Like I feel like that's not a really great sale right now. Like when they go for 10 for 10, like for me, that's a good deal. It just gives me some ideas for things that I'm gonna plan. Okay, cool. So that's step number 2. So step number 1, take inventory. That was our thermostat.
Someone's watching me.
Okay. Back to meal planning, guys. So like I said, those first 2 steps, go through what you have, then go through the ad. Step number 3, I get out my piece of paper and I plan the dinners that we're gonna have for the week. So I'll show you what I do. I typically shop on Saturdays. Me and my husband go. Does anyone else I feel like it's like our outing, like our thing. Like we both love it. Like it's not a chore to us. We like doing it. We also both really like food and budgeting. Makes sense. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start my meal plan on Saturday, and you guys are gonna laugh. This is so not fancy. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'll show you this. Thursday, Friday. Okay, so this is, guys, this is so not fancy, but this is how I do it. I literally I do this always in the bottom corner. That's what I start with. And then what I do is I make a lot of the same things every week, but with slight variations. And what I mean by that is I could tell you pretty much like right now things that I typically make. So what I've done is figured out, okay, this is easy, we enjoy it, and these are different ways that I can change it up. For instance, Tuesdays, a lot of times Taco Tuesday. There's so many different like fun things like that you can do where it's like, okay, I know we're gonna make meal planning super easy and we'll have tacos, but within that, do we want to have fish tacos? Do we want to have beef tacos? Do we want to have turkey tacos, chicken? There's so many different options that you could do in there. I know that on Mondays, we always do some sort of meatless meal. So at least I have an idea. So I'm never going into meal planning for the week blind. I have kind of like what I've developed, and this is going to look different for everyone. I'll just kind of run through it with you. So Saturday is our fun meal. By this, I mean, I typically have more time than during the week to experiment with a new recipe or a new ingredient or something like that. This is where like I'll go to my Pinterest board, or in the society, the membership that I have, we have a huge index of recipes that I've created and also recipes from members. So I love going in there. There's a pizza casserole. There's so many good recipes in there. So that's kind of where I'm like, okay, what's something fun, something new that we could try? So that typically always goes on Saturday. Sunday, we always do pizza. This is a long-standing tradition with me and my husband since we were fresh out of college, and we literally still get like the $2 or Aldi frozen pizza. It's just kind of like a fun thing that we do. So I know that day is gonna be pizza. In the winter, we do soup, and in the summer, we do broccoli mac and cheese. That's taken care of. We love that. If there's ever a week where we're like, hey, we don't want to, we don't have to, but at least I have that base. Monday, again, is Meatless Monday, so a lot of times we'll do like an egg breakfast burritos or something like that, egg tacos. We'll do tofu tacos. I feel like meatless meals are really easy to put in a taco. We could do breakfast for dinner, something fun like that. Tuesdays are, like I said, always tacos. We can change up the protein source. We could do taco salads if we're feeling it. If it's like a summer night, those are really nice, but at least it gives me that kind of starting place. Wednesday, my husband has actually taken over cooking dinners on Wednesdays, so that's totally him. I don't have to plan that. It's spaghetti. Sometimes he'll do a fun recipe, but that's totally his little creative zone, so I am out of that. One thing that I would have never allowed to happen when I had food rules was to allow someone else to cook. So now I love that because I can get a couple extra things done or just sit down and read a book. That was Wednesday. Thursday, I typically do a salad kit. I know that by the end of the week, I don't really want to cook because it's been a long week. I usually get a salad kit just to throw together. Now with those salad kits, I will always put a protein source and a carb with it. So I actually did this past week, like I do every week, with the Southwest salad kit at Aldi. So I paired that with rice and chicken. Super delicious. So I have that. Again, that's just I don't want to cook, but I gotta cook dinner. So we have salad kit that day. And then Fridays lately have been Cheez-It chicken tenders. You guys know I'm obsessed with those. If you ever watch my full days of eating, they're so good. We have them at least once a week. And a lot of times I'll prep them during the week, which I'll talk to you how I do lunches with that. But a lot of times those rotate throughout the week. So I have that starting point, but as I'm going through and filling this out for the week, I also ask myself, is there anything that I want to make? Or is there anything I do recipes for my blog? Is there anything that I'm making during the day? Because I make those during the day so I can photograph them that I am gonna need to repurpose and we can have that for dinner. So let me fill this out right now. Sunday I know is gonna be pizza. Monday, let's do, what did we have last week? We had tofu last week, tofu tacos, which are really good, but I'm not really feeling that. So maybe this week we'll do eggs. Ooh, eggs and hash. We haven't had that in a while. I have a recipe for sweet potato eggs and hash. It's got carrot in it, it's got sweet potato and some like fried eggs on top. I think we'll have that on Monday. So I'm gonna put eggs and hash, and I have that recipe I can put in the description for you. Tuesday, let's keep it simple. We'll just go tacos. But I know that next week for my recipes, I have recipe day on Tuesday. I'm going to be making an air fryer tilapia. We're gonna make that with tilapia. I have that recipe again. I'll put all these in the description for you. So that's kind of, again, I have to think about that because I know I'm gonna be making that during the day. Wednesday is Joe's meal. So I am just going to put that. I don't have to think about that. As the weather gets warmer, so we're kind of in spring right now. He'll probably switch to like doing things on the grill versus like spaghetti, but we've hardcore been loving just spaghetti, like jarred sauce, pasta, all that stuff. Love it. Thursday is gonna be salad kit. I think with that we'll do ground turkey, and I'll tell you why. And rice. I know I have rice already. He'll usually use turkey for the pasta, and that comes in a pound package. And I know that for us, one meal is typically half of that. I always want to make sure, again, thinking through this, that I want to be able to find a place in my meal plan to use that other half so that we're not wasting it and just throwing it in the freezer and never finding it again. So I'll use that on Thursday. Then Friday, we'll keep it with chicken tenders. We will do, I think I already have some frozen French fries. Guys, that's another thing. I'm not gonna wanna cook a bunch on Friday. So I like doing the chicken tenders. That's like therapeutic to me. It's fun. A lot of times, I'll be honest, I just will throw like frozen fries in the oven and that's totally fine. Fries, and then we'll do like Brussels sprouts. Within there, so I'll show you this now. Saturday, what do I wanna do Saturday? Let me think. Let's do burgers. Burgers are fun. We need to get propane? Gas? I don't know, whatever you put in the grill. We need to get that. So we'll do burgers on that night and fries. And again, I know I already have fries. So we have that. Okay, so this is how I have planned the dinners for the week. Can you read my chicken scratch? I don't know if you can read it, but it's super simple, just right in the bottom. So I have my dinners planned. And then the next thing I want to think about is what I like to do for breakfasts, lunch, and snacks. let's start with breakfast. This is kind of where that part of intuitive eating comes in. I don't like to say I'm gonna have this every day of the week. What I like to do is to give myself a couple different options. So right now what I'm loving, I love this a lot, is just I can either have, oatmeal, I can have a smoothie. Those are two easy things. So within that, I just have that in the back of my head. I wanna make sure that I have oats on hand. I wanna make sure that I have frozen bananas ready. So I know I'm gonna need to add bananas to my list, but that's how I do meal planning for breakfast, because that still gives me some flexibility in there. And you know what, if a day comes and I'm like, heck, I want to make pancakes today, and I have the time and I have the ingredients, I can totally do that, because it's just simple ingredients. We already have those. But I like to at least have an idea versus this idea of intuitive eating that people are like, oh, I'm just gonna eat whatever sounds good in the moment. It's not always practical, because we always have to, again, put our little practical hats on and say life's busy. Sometimes we need to just use practical hunger and say quick bowl of oatmeal is gonna do it for me. And then within that, I can put whatever I want on top. I can put peanut butter one day. I can, put almond butter the next day. I can put fruit. I can put coconut, so many different things. I can get a little creative, but just having that base, those couple different options is really great for me. And I kind of do the same thing with snacks. I'll say, what's a couple snacks that I wanna have on hand? So usually we always have protein bars on hand. I'm kind of feeling cottage cheese. I haven't had cottage cheese in a while, so I think I'm gonna get that this week. And then I like to dip crackers in cottage cheese because I like to have some carb with my snacks to make me feel full. We already have crackers, apple and peanut butter. I typically will have some apples on hand for my oatmeal, and then we always have peanut butter, so that's another snack that I could have. So that's just kind of thinking through a couple different options. It might not be that you have to put everything on your grocery list to get those things, but you have those options. And then for lunches, what I will typically do is I'll make one main thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna make cheese chicken tenders because I've been literally obsessed with those, and I don't mind, like on Friday, I'll probably have chicken tenders twice. That's fine for me, because I'm gonna have them in two different ways. So I pick one thing, whether it's this week, it's probably gonna be cheese chicken tenders, or a chicken salad or an egg salad, something like that. And then I will just kind of, in the day of the week, I'll decide, do I wanna have this in a sandwich? Do I wanna have this on a bed of lettuce? And I allow myself to get to kind of break up the monotony of that with kind of those two different options. And then I will always make sure that I, have some other things on hand, like some fruit to go with it. But again, I give myself a couple different options in there. And again, if there's a day where I'm like, heck, I wanna go to the bakery down the street and get a sandwich, like I can do that. Or if I want to totally go rogue and, I don't know, make an omelet or something, like I can do that too. It's just having those options so you're not left in the moment be like, what am I gonna have? What do I do, right? That is really how I work through creating my meal plan for the week. And I do that before I create my grocery list, because now I know what I need, because I've already checked what I have. I've already looked what's on sale, and now I know, okay, this is what I'm making. So I'm gonna go down my list of meals that I made and say, okay, what don't I have that I need for this? Let's recap here, because I feel like I kind of mushed some of those steps together. Step number 1 is gonna be to take inventory. Step number 2 is gonna be to look for what's on sale. Step number 3, I plan the dinners out. And then step number 4 is I plan my breakfast, snacks, and lunches. Just kind of get some of those ideas. Step number 5, now that we're in step number 5, is actually to create your grocery list. Like I said, I am just gonna literally go down the list of meals that I created. So burgers and fries, I know that we're going to need ground meat. I have fries. I'm gonna get some tomatoes because I'm gonna want some of those for my salads and sandwiches at lunch, and I'm also gonna want some for that. I have all the fixings for those. I do need to get some pickles, so I'm going to put those on there. I like to put those on my salads too, so I'm adding that to the list. And then I'm gonna need a frozen veggie, but typically what I do, I don't worry about the veggies. I typically do serve a veggie at dinner, give us the option to have it, and I just use frozen microwavable veggies, guys, and I will just get like 5 of them, 5, 6 of them for the week, and then I'll just literally pull one out. Like I don't get too caught up in that, unless again there's like asparagus. I'm probably gonna get asparagus this week, so then I'll just literally write like 5 frozen veggies instead of 6 frozen veggies. That way I know we'll have something for every night of the week. I use frozen, guys, because a frozen bag of broccoli takes 6 minutes to cook and it costs like $1. So I'm all for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish creating my grocery list here. I'm going to write down it, and then I will check back with you. Okay, guys, so I created my list here, and then Sometimes I will rewrite it. I go to Aldi and I will write it. I know the path of Aldi that I go to, so I'll rewrite it. Our grocery trips literally take 20 minutes because I know exactly what I need. I literally will rewrite it how to go through the store. So that's it, you guys. That is what my grocery list look like. And then yes, if there's things that I really want to try, I will take it. And I also, a couple things. I put ice cream on the list. I always like to have ice cream on hand. And I always make sure that we have some sort of a baked good. I did so much baking this morning. I made a batch of blondies, I made muffins, I made so much. So I don't need to add any of that like sweets to my list, but we always have tons of things. And if there's like a good cookie that we see and we want it, we're gonna get it. But yeah, so those are my 5 steps for meal planning. I hope this was helpful for you, and let me know if there's any questions you have on that. I do, again, implement gentle nutrition into things. So when I wrote down tortillas, I'm probably gonna get whole wheat tortillas because there's a little extra fiber in there, and I personally find them both satisfying. So sure, I'm gonna get those. Let me know if you guys have any questions on this, but that is how I meal plan for intuitive eating and how I make my grocery lists. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And I think I need to do another Aldi grocery haul for you guys so you can actually see all the things that I'm getting and do some grocery finds. And you guys love those. I love those. I do them in my story every week. But if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe down there. And like I said, let me know what meal planning or grocery shopping questions you have. I am here for you. All right, guys, I'll see you back next week with another video.